Anthony's here now with a check of our forecast, and it seems like we kind of have the opposite here. It's been cooler. Almost felt kind of like fall out there today.
Hey, you know what, Janice? You're exactly right. I mean, it's a little cooler today, certainly, yes, but it hasn't been hot, I wouldn't say, overall through the course of this mid to late spring and into the summer. We have had spells of warmer weather, no doubt about it. Several days ago, we had a string of like 89s there for what was it, 3 straight days. But, we've had some cooler spells in there, and we've fought this influence out of Canada a number of times through the spring and summer. And we kind of had a stretch going there, late spring, early summer, where things were looking pretty decent. We had like a really nice weather, but it's gone downhill recently. So the cumulative result, I would say, not such a great summer. Not the worst, but not the greatest. We'll see where it goes from here. Monday planner, sunrise at 6:15. We've got sunset at 9:20. So the days just slowly shrinking up. It's really when you get into mid-August and beyond where you really start to notice those sunsets coming in earlier. We're not anywhere near that as of yet. 77 though tomorrow afternoon. We got to 75 this past afternoon in Grand Rapids, and a lot of clouds. A similar day tomorrow to what we had today, and that means a lot of dry hours, but there can be some sprinkles underneath these clouds, even a spotty light shower. Nothing of real substance in terms of rainfall tomorrow, but a little damp pavement, yes, can be out there, especially south of Grand Rapids late morning into the afternoon, but nothing outrageous in terms of rainfall. I think our best rain prospects are going to come in overnight Monday, but especially Tuesday, late morning and afternoon, when we start to get a little bit better warming going on around here and an upper level disturbance passing through. There could be, some thunder showers. I'm not looking for severe weather really at any point the next 24 to 48 hours. If there is going to be a time of stronger storms around here, perhaps that shakes out to be on Thursday. We'll see how that plays out as a little bit more heat and humidity build by Wednesday, Thursday, and could be a stronger weather system passing through by Wednesday afternoon, but it'll all hinge on when it does come through, because you need typically these disturbances to arrive when you've got that peak heating, which is a possibility. So stay tuned on that Thursday forecast. Overall, though, a little bit warmer later in the week into next weekend. Is there going to be a heat wave around here anytime soon? Well, it's not obvious on the maps, but I do think that following work week, not this upcoming work week, but the next one, is when we've got a chance to maybe push back into the mid to upper 80s to around 90 degrees. Low pressure down to the south. If you've been watching the weather forecasts or looking at the forecasts on your apps or whatever, there was a good indication that here on Sunday there could be some heavy rain a couple days ago. Boy, was that ever wrong. I mean, we were dry virtually all day long in Grand Rapids. A few sprinkles from time to time, maybe a light shower towards the Indiana line, but that was a dramatic error in the model, suggesting an inch and a half of rain in spots here on the back half of the weekend was not even close to the case. And I think tomorrow is likely to be a largely dry day as well, other than this aforementioned spotty shower that could come through for a few locations into the afternoon. Temperatures right now near 70 degrees, lower 70s along the lakeshore. Here's the look across the country, and this is what I'm talking about. Some influence out of Canada has been kind of just fighting in here through these spring and summer months more often than the people that like the heat would like to see. And this is where the cooler air is, the heat out west. But as I say, I think next work week, perhaps some of that does start to stretch across the country and heat us up just a bit. But that is at least 7 to 10 days down the line. A northeast wind, very light, 5 to 10. Dew points, these are future dew points. Tomorrow afternoon, we're going to be sitting in the mid to upper 60s. So the humidity does start to crank up on Monday, but even more so on Tuesday as the dew points back around 70. And 70 degrees, typically that threshold where you can call it oppressive. And that's where we're headed, I think, for the bulk of this upcoming work week. Let's go to the future track model. It's got the clouds out there, and yes, it is cloudy right now. A couple sprinkles in the overnight. I think as you wake up in Grand Rapids, probably dry though. 7, 8 o'clock going out to work. Perhaps a light shower down towards I-94 and southward as we go late morning and afternoon. Yes, maybe a shower if you take a look at your radar. It won't be widespread. But overnight into Tuesday morning, spotty activity becomes a little bit more widespread, especially away from the lakeshore. And then that goes away on Wednesday. We go drier, Janice, for Wednesday. For one day there, get into the mid-80s. The mid-80s may result in some stronger thunderstorms at some point on Thursday. We'll keep tabs on that. Right now, the weekend, though, next week, Janice, looking pretty decent.
Looking perfect. Anthony, thanks. Still